If you look at the average loss for a New England Patriots game, it averages out to about 10.41 points per game. But that includes the mauling that the San Francisco 49ers had on the Patriots at Gillette Stadium back in October. If you take that game out, the average loss for the Patriots is 7.4. That's a one-score game, and in fact, there's only been one other loss except for the San Francisco loss. Surprisingly, it was Kansas City, where it has been more than a one-score defeat. Yes, the New England Patriots lost again today, 27-22. Who do you know? The most inept team in football, not named the New York Jets or Jacksonville Jaguars, the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson had the best game he's had all year. The Texans somehow looked good, even though they lost both their starting left tackle and their starting left guard. 0 sacks on Deshaun Watson. 0. Look at that. Look at that egg. A flat 0 for Deshaun Watson. 0 sacks on Deshaun Watson. That is just absurd that the New England Patriots, a team that had the best defense in football last year and have had a relatively unchanged defensive line, have 0 sacks? 0? What? And also the problem on defense was yards after contact. Seemed like every single time in the first half that there was a contact, they threw it to a tight end. So the tight end got an extra, 5-7 yards, making the difference between it being second down and first down, third down and first down, getting off the field, giving the Texans more time. They did definitely improve in the second half. They only allowed, 2 field goals? And the Patriots scored a touchdown and 2 field goals. Both defenses did really well in the second half, except the Patriots defense did enough to usually win a game, but they didn't do enough to stop Deshaun Watson to start. And my theory, the Patriots suck at playing catch-up. They can't play catch-up. They haven't had a game where they trailed in the second to go into the half and won. So, I mean, it's not really surprising that the Patriots stumbled out of the gate and they couldn't catch up and win. That's the new theme of the New England Patriots. All right, it's just what it is. So this was a gimme. This was a gimme game. We go into this week. All right, we defeated the Baltimore Ravens, a team with Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews and one of the best defenses in football, and we beat them at Gillette Stadium. We have all this momentum. We won 2 straight. And we lose a trap game to the Houston Texans. You know who we have to face next week? A pissed off Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, who have probably the best wide receiver in football in DeAndre Hopkins. We've made Darren Fells look good as a tight end. Will Fuller didn't show up until the second half, but Brandon Cooks, he was looking like his 2016 self on the field. They didn't have David Johnson, doesn't matter. Duke Johnson was okay enough. New England, on the other hand, and N'Keal Harry's finally getting involved for once. Might as well use the guy you used with a first-round pick instead of DK Metcalf. But, I mean, at this rate, what difference does it make? You know, it's like Damiere Byrd has a couple great receptions this game. He has a pretty good game so far, probably his best game of the year. But Jacoby Myers got shut down. You know, a guy that I have actually started to turn the corner on because he is a very highly ranked receiver in Pro Football Focus. But today, he was just not really thrown to that much. Ben Izzo, a former favorite target, has kind of gone away, except for that last play where he caught the Hail Mary, but then subsequently got mobbed by 5 Texans defenders. I don't think anyone gets out of that tackle setup either. I'm just surprised that Izzo even caught it. Nobody catches those Hail Marys that get deflected. On the other hand, we faced Arizona, had the trip to LA for 2 games, and we got the Miami Dolphins, who are probably the hottest team in football right now, not named the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we have Buffalo and the Jets. Is there another gimme game on that schedule? Another trap game? Oh, yeah, against the Chargers in a couple of weeks where you're facing a team that has lost also a lot of one-score games. And then you have more games against teams that are very good. I am not really happy because, 2 weeks ago, I thought this team was done. They're in the water. We're tanking this year. But we win 2 games out of nowhere. This is a gimme. We could go to 5-5. We're back in it. Now we're at 4-6. We can't really catch up to Buffalo unless they have a surprising loss somewhere other than Pittsburgh. Miami, I guess if they go to 10-6, their schedule down the last couple games for them is rough, but they are playing insanely good football. They're probably the best all-around team in the AFC East. So it's just a really tough set. It's a tough schedule for any team at this rate in the NFC for the AFC East. And we have not got into 6 losses since 2009. It is November 22nd, and we are 4-6. We are entering new territory. The Patriots aren't tanking. They're not that bad. They're just mediocre, all right? We are the new Buffalo Bills. We are the new, what's another mediocre team? Detroit is mediocre all the time. Chicago is mediocre all the time. Just kind of think of us this year's that. We're mediocre. We'll probably finish 8-8. We might pick up a surprise win against Arizona or the Rams or the Dolphins or the Bills here and there, but we'll probably finish 8-8 to end the year. Not good enough to get into the playoffs, but not bad enough to get a top draft pick. And with Zach Wilson's Heisman race going, are we good enough to get him? Who knows? We'll probably just re-sign Cam because Cam knows the system. Cam is okay. He fits. If we can just get, maybe some better receivers, some improvement on the D-line, then we might be able to rebound next year. This year is the year of mediocrity. We just are okay. We're not great. We're not terrible. We're just mediocre. If we had lost to the Ravens and lost to the Jets, we'd suck. But we're mediocre. That's the problem. So, I guess I'll see you next week. I know Thanksgiving's going to be a little bit different for everyone this year. Please stay safe. Don't do anything stupid this week. Don't try to subvert guidelines. All right, so please don't get on a plane. It's not worth it to give COVID to grandma and grandpa at all. So with that, sorry for that little spiel, but I'll see you next week.